With a new negative film conversion solution in Capture One, you can easily and quickly scan all sorts of negative film. In this series of 4 videos, we will comprehensively cover the scanning and conversion workflow, including the hardware requirements and setup, as well as camera settings, software tools, and general recommendations to take into consideration when converting negative film into positive digital images. The Capture One film scanning and conversion workflow is based on using a tethered camera to shoot raw files of each negative frame. As such, you will need a compatible digital camera and a tether cable. Although it is possible to edit non-RAW file formats using our negative film tools, keep in mind that those files are color managed differently, so the results may vary. Let's start by taking a look at our hardware setup. Let's first talk about camera choices. You need a camera that is compatible with both tethering and live view in Capture One. 24 megapixels is the minimum recommended resolution, although the ideal setup is a camera of at least 35 megapixels. In our case, we are using a Canon R5. And when it comes to lenses, you need a macro lens, ideally one with at least a 1:1 magnification ratio. Now we have here a Canon RF 100mm macro that has a 1.4:1 ratio. This will allow you to reproduce your film accurately. You can check out our article for more details on recommended camera and lens choices. All the other elements in our setup today are manufactured by the Negative Supply. They are a company that creates solutions for scanning workflows for all film sizes. This is our preferred setup, but there are many other solutions out there. Let's start by looking at the light source. We recommend using an LED light with a high CRI. There are also LED lights specifically designed for film scanning, like the one we have here, but you could also use strobes or even the sun. Just keep in mind that the light you use will change what the scan looks like. Most importantly, we need to keep the light consistent across our whole scanning session. We're also using these lens hoods to minimize light spills onto our scans that could result in unwanted color casts. The ideal setup is a copy stand that is stable, sturdy, and holds the camera perfectly parallel to the film carrier. Some setups don't require a copy stand at all. For example, you could just screw a mount to the end of a lens that is directly pointed at the light source, and it could even be a window. Most important is that the camera and the film are positioned in parallel to avoid shifting our focus plane. The film carrier holds the film in place, and in some cases, like the one we have here, it will also help us advance the film for some extra speed in scanning. To make sure it's perfectly flat, we can use a level tool and adjust the screw legs of our copy stand accordingly. The film carrier you need will vary depending on the size of your film. On our setup here, we have a 35mm carrier. Now this one, for example, is used for 120mm film. And this one would be for a 4x5. Lastly, you need a tethering cable to connect your camera to Capture One. There are multiple manufacturers like Luna, Area 51, Cobra. Just make sure to use the right USB cable for your camera model. Optionally, you can also have an external monitor for better visibility and more accurate color reproduction. Now that we have a better understanding of the equipment, we are ready to load our first film strip into the holder. In our case, we'll be using 35mm color film. Now, some things to keep in mind when manipulating and loading the film are, in general, try to avoid scanning in dusty rooms, using cotton gloves to avoid leaving fingerprints or accidentally damaging the film. You can also use a dust blower to remove any particles or a soft brush to remove loose layers of dust. The one we have here is attached with a magnet and will gently brush away the particles while we move through the film. The most important thing is making sure the film is aligned with the carrier and laid down completely flat. Now, before starting to shoot the film, let's dive into Capture One and take a look at the interface for negative film conversion. As you can see, there are now 2 dedicated tool tabs for negative film tools, one for scanning and one for conversion. These tabs contain all the tools you need to scan and convert negatives. If you can't see them on your install of Capture One, click on the 3-dot icon and select Add Tool tab, and then select either Scan or Negative. There are also new dedicated buttons on the toolbar, like the Convert Negative or the Guides button. If you're currently not in the negative film workspace, you can switch to it from the top menu, Window, Workspace, and just select Negative Film. Now, let's move on to the scanning part. If you already have your negative scans delivered by a third party, you can just move on to the next tutorial.